Yo, what's happening guys, it's the Honest Gamer here with Quantic Media, bringing you all another brand new honest preview of the upcoming game from Ubisoft, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which will be hitting both main consoles first with a later release date for a PC version. The game will see you take control of a 4-man team, including a commando, sniper, a recon expert and an engineer, and the story takes place in the near future in Norway, the Middle East and Asia, when Russian ultranationalists seize control of the Russian government and begin to invade neighbouring countries. Your team will be tasked with helping to bring an end to the conflict. The game is primarily a third-person shooter but will feature a first-person screen when aiming from cover. Set for release this May, the game looks good but might have potential flaws, and I'm here to give you the honest gamer's opinion. Enjoy. So first up, let's talk about the new additions. We can see from early trailers that whilst you are taking cover, whatever you're hiding behind can be partially destroyed, which really mixes things up as it forces you to constantly seek new cover to avoid enemy fire. But it will also work against your foes, allowing you to blast their defences away as they hide up. Another newly added feature will be that when hiding behind cover, a highly realistic motion has been implemented in the form of your screen shaking violently when you're under fire. This will not only cause your sight to blur, but make it harder for you to aim and fight back. But there are ways to escape this, such as the use of a smoke grenade or that your friend or fellow ghost attacks your foe, relieving the pressure on you. Now this isn't the first game that has made this a feature, but it does still look really nice in the demos and trailers I've seen thus far. Along with the newly added features is of course a whole host of new futuristic gadgets to get the hang of. For example, we will see an optical camouflage, allowing for your ghost to become instantly invisible. Now the use of this ability will be extremely limited at the start of the game, and we're told that it can be just as much of a disadvantage as it would be an advantage should it work properly, with more use becoming available later as you progress into the game. Another gadget used by the engineer is a flying drone. This drone during single player missions appears to be easily controlled, and you can spot your enemies from their cover for ease of tactical combat, helping you decide how best to proceed. Its use in multiplayer will be the same, allowing your partners or yourself to use the drone to fly above and make you or your squad aware of the opposite squad's positions before entering into combat with them. Last on the list of the most important new tech available will be what basically amounts to X-ray vision, allowing the player to see through walls and mark or target enemies ready for an ambush by the ghosts. Ubisoft has also made heavy use of the Xbox 360's Kinect, allowing you to use voice commands and hand movements, for example, in the construction and testing of weapons. And during the E3 demonstration, this looked fantastic, as it appears you can customize your weapons down to nearly the smallest of details. Moving on, the game's graphics look good, but in some videos have appeared to have outdated textures, which will allegedly be changed before the final release. And enemy characters' animations look stiff and generic despite developers' claims that each foe will be acting individually towards the player's actions. It is my express hope that when the game is released, any of these problems have been fixed, to allow for a better looking and smoother running game at the release date. Your squad's artificial intelligence will be decent, with you having some level of control over their movements and chosen targets in combat, but with your teammates being able to take care of themselves. However, it does seem that the enemy's AI seems average at this early stage, with them appearing to run straight out into gunfire or take a while to notice they're being fired upon before deciding to slowly take cover. I also found during a demo that considering planned ambushes sometimes appeared more of a cutscene, the enemy actually was scripted to move in a pretty unrealistic fashion. However, what did look good was the increased presence of civilians during the campaign, and their behaviour ranged from those caught in the middle of a firefight, which I have seen acting realistically, sprinting away or just diving to the ground when battle begins, and others ranged to those who will alert guards to your presence, adding to a sense of danger and suspense whilst playing stealth missions. And from what I have seen so far, civilian AI seems good. Future Soldier will include a multiplayer mode, allowing you to choose from two equally equipped factions, the Ghosts and the Bodark. In each faction, there is access to 3 roles. The first being a rifleman, who will use light machine guns and assault rifles, and is designed to be on the front lines, delivering a barrage of attacks to your enemies. The second role is the scout, who is more subtle, using light machine guns and sniper rifles to remain hidden. The third, the engineer, will be using shotguns and machine guns, and will also be flying the awesome drones we have seen in action. Future Soldier will have 4 different multiplayer modes, all of which will have objectives to encourage teamwork. If everyone works together, you will get bonuses, such as disarming a bomb, for example, takes half the time if someone is near you, which will reward teamwork over individual running and gunning. There will also be other awesome looking gadgets, for example allowing you to stun an enemy and download his data, so that your squad may see for a limited time where all of the enemy positions are. All of these can however be countered by effective teamwork, as having a member of your group come to your rescue will halt the process when the hacker is killed. Overall, multiplayer is looking to be a lot of fun, but could frustrate players whom enjoy playing as an individual in multiplayer. To sum up, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier is looking to be a decent title to watch out for this May. For fans of the series, I believe it will bring back all of the old elements that gamers loved, whilst adding a whole host of new ones without going too far down the path led by the developers of games such as the Call of Duty series, which initially swayed development of Future Soldier, with Ubisoft wanting to implement a lot of similar features that just wasn't a part of the Ghost Recon series, and would have come across as not being loyal to their fans. Graphics are in some places looking old and outdated at this time, but as stated we are told that this will be fixed, which I'm inclined to agree with at this point, but the gadgets in the storyline have me interested to see what a Tom Clancy game can bring to an already fairly saturated genre of a Russian invasion. Okay gamers, that's all from me. If you want more reviews, previews and lots more honest videos, then please be sure to subscribe and add me on Twitter at TheHonestGamer to keep up to date with all my newest video releases. And as always, it's The Honest Gamer here with Quantic Media, and happy gaming.